Hello and welcome to PK Glitz. I'm Janelle Marshall. Today our class is going to be on embossing without ink. We're going to use powder keg embossing powders and our wonderful product, WonderFilm. The supplies needed for this class are embossing powder. We use the powder keg in 4 colors: buttered rum, pumpkin, poppy jasper, and gilded grape leaf. Of course, our base is going to be WonderFilm. WonderFilm comes in 8 by 10 sheets, and it's easily cut with your die cut machine. I've cut a little pumpkin pattern out here, and that's what we'll be using today. Cardstock for layering, my good old coffee filters to put my product in. Then we'll use an anti-static brush, a little bit of a glue pen for a trick later on I'll show you, scissors, application spoons, and some sticky tape. Of course, we are embossing, so we'll also need our embossing tool. WonderFilm has so many uses, but one of the ones that we do is use it as a medium for our powder keg embossing powder. It's a great way to get a crisp, clear image without using ink. Now I cut my WonderFilm into our little pumpkin shape, and I'm going to place it onto my cardstock. So once again, we're just going to worry that edge a little bit, peel away one side, and then the WonderFilm is the clear film of glue between the two. I'm going to take that and apply it to my cardstock, just like so. Be sure it's down real well all the way around. Then we'll just simply go back, peel the second paper away, and that's going to leave that clear film of glue for us to work on. The fact that my little fingerprints are on the back doesn't make any difference. We'll be covering that with our powder. The first color that I'm going to use on my pumpkin is going to be the poppy jasper, and that's going to be my shadow color. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that poppy jasper and just very gently, following the curve of my pumpkin, always follow the curve of your project, it gives it a more natural look, just drizzle a little bit on like so. Let that extra just fall away. Now, one of the fun parts about using WonderFilm is that I can now even take my little anti-static brush and brush away any little extra bits, which means that they won't be heating and giving me a little discoloration in that area. Now, let's go to our second color. And actually, before I even use that second color, I'm going to use a little bit of my gilded grape leaf green for my stem. Just cover the stem area only. Let the extra go back in the pot. Once again, my brush assists me in getting rid of the little extra bits. Then we'll go on to our buttered rum. That's going to be the highlight, and it's going to go on just opposite of our shadow. So just follow that curve directly opposite of the shadow of your poppy jasper. Once again, using your little brush, brush away the excess. And then our last color will actually be the pumpkin, and we'll cover the whole balance of the piece in that pumpkin powder. Once again, just let that extra fall away. And then trim the edges with your little brush, getting rid of little extra bits. Now that we have all of our powders applied, we're going to heat them. When you're working with your heat tool, if you'll heat it first, warming it up, before you actually put it on your piece, it saves a little warping on the paper. So once we feel that we've warmed it up fairly well, we're going to start heating our medium. When you're heating a piece, not using it like a flag, just stay in one area till it starts to melt. And then as it does, we do what we call M&M, and that means melt and move. As it melts, you move. We just continue to follow it all over the entire piece until our pumpkin is totally completed and finished, just like so. And there we have a beautifully embossed pumpkin, no ink needed. Now let's go ahead and finish our piece. I also had a little leaf that I cut out that I can add to my piece here. So I'm going to take that little top off of that, add that to my little pumpkin here, and once again, then simply remove the top area. If you look real closely, you can even maybe see a little bit of that WonderFilm glue there. Then we'll come back into our gilded grape leaf. We're just going to put a little bit of that on our leaf. Once again, we can use our brush to brush away any little extra bits, so we don't need to worry about those. Then, let's warm up just a little bit, and then we'll heat that leaf. Stay in the one spot till it starts to melt, and then just follow it until the entire piece is complete. Now we can take this, add it to our cardstock, and I've actually layered 2 or 3 times here. I like lots of color behind my pieces. Using our double-sided sticky tape as we go along each time. I've added a little greeting, and now I'm going to show you another little trick using your glue pen. Glue pens are such fun, and did you know that you can emboss on top of your glue? Let's take our pen and add a few little curls and fun items onto our pumpkin, just like so. Then we'll come back, drizzle our gilded grape leaf powder on top of that, knock away the excess, then come back with our heat tool and set our powder. The glue pen captures enough of the ink that we can add the little curls and all the little fun embellishments very quick and easily. And I know some of you are already thinking ahead of me. Yes, you can write your own little messages, sign your own little cards, anything you like, using your glue pen and your embossing powder. So now when we put this whole item together, isn't that a wonderful little fall presentation? A few additional pieces that we've done with the WonderFilm and powder is the pear, always a good choice. The kimono makes a beautiful little card, and a fun mix of colors on this one. And then here we are back with today's project. Such a fun, fanciful fall item. Thank you for joining us today on our class in WonderFilm and powder, what we call no ink embossing. Be sure and join our email family so that we can let you know about our next class, and also how you can get your kits from Powder Keg Store.